Hello everyone and welcome to Zencast, where we discuss Beyblade topics. We have some interesting developments this week. Not only do we have listing information now all the way through September, but we've gotten a lot more Hasbro information with a release date that is a lot closer than, I don't know, than we all thought, but it's just one site and we'll kind of go over it. Our co-host is Nizuma.
Yo, what's up? Thanks for having me.
We made him turn off the Discord so that way no one's got to hear it. So
my bad.
It's all right. Because originally that podcast was supposed to be launched on the thing on like a Saturday, but then after I thought, this maybe needs a little bit more editing work. So there's a lot more visuals when we're talking on it. I couldn't go crazy because I don't know how Japan copyright's going to be for like 2 hours if I show like 60 manga panels. So
yeah,
you get two enough. This week, and only two today. Because I want to. I was drained last Thursday talking about Beyblade X, and we're still talking about Beyblade X. So
yeah, we're going to be talking about it for a while. I feel like.
You got me there. So we'll go a little bit over a recap on some of the release information. Originally, all the UX was intended to be released on March 23rd. Then stuff got pushed to March 30th. And now the only release on the 23rd is the Shark Edge. We did get some announcements, actually. This is like super small. But this was like the anniversary stuff. And some stuff also we'll go over. But April, for the releases, the UX entry set, a random booster, the 3-player stadium, because the cost is different. The BXG booster, it's Trigger S.
Yeah.
And then May's random select. June, a booster, BX. July, BX starter and BX random booster. And then August, booster and deck set, but those are UX. And then after the rest is just 36, that is a basic. And then after a BXG random select, and yeah, there's only 3 more UX releases all the way to September, and the rest is all BX. So kind of what do you think about just the approach on like the UX and the BX stuff?
I'm really just curious what they're releasing exactly. Like, I'm guessing we're going to get some new teams, with like the deck set and like the starter and stuff. I'm guessing we'll get maybe some new UX teams. I doubt they would do a full like UX evolution or whatever for an entire team. So I'm guessing that's new team. I'm curious what the standard releases are going to be. Very curious what they're planning.
I assume it'll probably be maybe a Yggdrasil for Phoenix. Even then, actually, I don't even know, because it might be Phoenix, just another basic line, because there's a July release, and I'm just thinking, what's going to be your big thing for July? Because July is always some big market release. So I was trying to think, you could do a Phoenix variant. It's heavy. That's again your advertisement. It's 38.05 grams. 0.05 heavier. And then you just go from there.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really hard to predict X, I feel like, because they've been doing a lot of like weird stuff.
And I've already lost the first round of predictions.
So, yeah. How are those Leon Claw combos coming?
Well, I got the gold one, and it weighs the exact same as my regular one.
Hey, it's like 0.02 grams heavier, okay?
No. Or I guess I got a heavy one. I don't know. Because my Leon Claw was already pretty heavy as is, so maybe I got lucky there. More interesting, and we're going to be leading into this. I forgot to get my iPad to show this, but there's a BXG07 random select, and BXG is only saved. It's like this internal product code, so like that Shark Edge is a BXG, like a rare recolor, or just like your Drigger S, your Drones are S. And I'm just thinking, because in this week, we got basically 2 confirmations, actually all the confirmations for Beyblade Day. It's Drigger S's release date. It'll be April, obviously. I would have liked to see in Dragoon announce. Kind of lame that it's not. But we do get the reveal for Victory Valkyrie, its silhouette properly, not on that little projector thing that they had. And just Storm Pegasus again. So we're going to get both those models revealed. Officially, because this was trademarked before, this is their Bay Tube. I see they're taking a lot of stuff from the Westerners, huh? You know, we kind of had that trademark.
I should have trademarked it, actually.
Should have got them. I was going to say, I hope that's on the late Thursday like it was last year, because last year, that's when that was me and my father reacting to the Beyblade X official announcement. It was just new gears. We know what new gears meant, actually, now. It's actually funny looking back at the teaser to know. Yeah. Because gears was just, Stadium has gears, the bays have gears, and their gear variants, and I thought, oh, okay. So, I mean, in terms of the Beyblade Days stuff, I mean, the Metal Fight one looks the exact same. It doesn't look that different from the regular Storm Pegasus. So I'm just hoping. No, actually, yeah. Give it a rubber flat or something. Is there anything you're hoping for that Pegasus?
Probably rubber flat. Even though I don't think it'll be that good, like I would like to see rubber flat, even if it's not good.
They need to announce the bottoms with it. If they just showed the models, I'll feel like it's going to be like a little bit of a dirty feeling. Like, that's all you give us? Little crumbs?
Yeah. Yeah, well, and Drigger should have metal flat too, or the semi-sharp or whatever. Yeah.
The Victory is also getting the same treatment as all the plastic gen stuff, where the disc is the boost disc and they're just enlarging it. Because, I mean, it was already kind of close to like Drawn Sword in kind of shape. I mean, if they keep it a similar shape to regular Victory and the weight's good, hopefully just the weight's good in this stuff, you know, like Dronzer is viable, but it's not competitive, and I don't want Drigger to be the same or the rest of the stuff to be the same. Like, they're so afraid that these remakes can be good.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like they should be. At least, like, they don't have to be, like, top tier, but at least make them, like, usable, like, competitively, so people who are, like, grew up with these different gens can, like, participate with the stuff they grew up with.
Yeah. So that's why I wanted to lead off with this stuff. Do you think that the BXG random select and this random booster in July, do you think that would be like Storm Pegasus second prize and then after Victory Valkyrie random select?
Yeah, I mean, it could be, but like the random select, would that just be like a bunch of recolors of, I
don't know what the random select is. That's the BXG one. Like, I'm still trying to think, what is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I thought maybe you could throw in like Drake. That's the only thing that makes sense for a random select. But the thing is, it's like, I thought, okay, maybe Drake, but there's another random select also there, and it wouldn't make any sense they do Drake and then after side by side. So that's why I think it has to be a crossover. And my only other thing would be, which is either you do like 3 Victory Valkyrie recolors or Storm Pegasus, or you could have it where it's 3 unique crossover remakes, which is what I think would be the most ideal if they would want that to sell. Which I'll probably say regardless, but most desirable would be like a proper 3.
I agree. It'll probably be 1 though.
Yeah.
Like, they'll probably milk it.
It's so weird that we have to have it where this Cancer random select is like twice in that month. Which if you buy full sets, that's fine. But it's like, if you can't afford it, like, oof, tough month.
Yeah, yeah, it kind of sucks. I mean, I guess if it's like, if it ends up being like a remake, like just a bunch of Victory Valkyries or something, like, I mean, let's be honest, like the parts it comes with are probably going to be recycled anyway. It'll probably get like gear flat or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it depends on what the parts are. I feel
even
like
if it's a new one, honestly, forever future this is, someone can clip it for the future. They better make that shit good. That shit better be like the best random select they ever do. Like I'm talking El Drago or Dragoon S. They throw in that.
yeah. Where's Dragoon at? Where's Dragoon?
Thought
Where's
they would
Dragoon?
announce it on the Beyblade Day because 2 out of the 3 protagonists. I thought, okay, obviously you got Taco Kiyomi. You announced that, and
Yeah.
like. I understand this idea that you can't. No, honestly, it's dumb. It's a remake, man. Just show it and release some left in July or whatever.
Maybe they're keeping it secret. Maybe it's under wraps. It could happen.
Well, actually,
It could happen.
well, it could be. There could be. Just Trigger S men on points with 480.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Well-
the outer metal thing for Drigger S, at least like what I've seen, looks the exact same as Dronzer. So
Yeah, it's like, I mean, obviously someone's gonna be like, well, actually, it's not the same metal. Okay, obviously, it's not the literal same. We're just saying that it's a very close. It just feels flipped. Even if it's not literally
Yeah.
flipped, it feels like that. Aside from that, I just don't like the quantity of random boosters that they're doing. I mostly just prefer to get the main bay. And
yeah.
speaking of which, let's now delve into Hasbro territory because we've gotten a lot of updates. I've tried to do a lot of digging, trying to get a lot of the info for this. So we do get some price info that I've been digging on. Not everything. Once we get most of everything, I will report on it. Okay, so the prices, the Canadian side is we kind of get nicked a little bit on like $2 more, but $11.99 Canadian for the boosters or singles. This means without a launcher, so not a starter. And 2 packs, $22.99. So that's about $4 less than the Quad Strike stuff. They usually say, and Toys R Us prices are mental, and I'm waiting to see other places like Walmart for that info. But for Target for the US, I think this is fairly priced. For singles / boosters, about $7.99. At least that's what the machine said, and $14.99 on the 2 packs. So to me, that's like relatively really affordable.
It's significantly less than I was expecting. I was expecting over 10 for singles.
I think,
Or like
starters-
$9.99 or up. Like I was
I was
expecting.
gonna say probably the starters will be $9.99, and probably I assume for Canada the starters will probably be something like $14.99. Probably something like that. A lot of it does depend on the retailers, and this can go up and down because technically these information we're not supposed to know. Because I was asking the Toys R Us I have here, they said the embargo date, street date, is August for us. Pain in the ass to wait for. For the US, I don't know. I know the site that's talking about it says, well, one says Wave 2 and that says June, and that makes sense. 'Cause that's for, what is it? That's for the dual pack stuff. And then after some, no, yeah, just dual pack stuff. But the other one also says, they also say March for the single and the 2 pack stuff. And what they basically have is just like that's whatever they're told, but just because it says March doesn't mean it'll be March. Like we ordered Infinite Achilles last year, and it kept getting pushed. So just because it says doesn't mean it is. Will I be complaining if it is? No. But I wanted to talk about a big thing because we were giving them a lot of shit because we assumed the exclusive stuff was just going to be these Marvel stuff, Star Wars, whatever. We actually found out, and we'll be going over each of the names with Nizuma's reaction, we are getting real exclusives. Like actual exclusives. New content, and awesome. First of all, Horn Rhino. What do you think of the name?
Wait.
That's the regular one.
Okay, I was like, wait, how's that exclusive? Horn Rhino. What? Okay, I don't get it. I don't like why. Yeah, I mean we talked about this in the last one, but I don't get it. Keel Shark.
Keel
sounds. Yeah, it sounds stupid. It's a stupid name. Keel Shark.
Keel sounds dumb.
Well, Edge Shark sounds better than that.
Oh, what is the keel of a? What is a keel on a shark? Oh, it's the ridge. Oh, they actually were being clever with it. It's not on the ship. It's literally like. So the namesake actually. Okay, I'll give them credits. The namesake is actually. They actually thought about it. Damn it.
But it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good though.
Well,
Keel Shark.
You can't keep Edge Shark. You can't have the first part of the name.
It would have been funny though.
I let them slide on that one. I'm like, you know what? That one's the one that makes sense. Okay, now the actual new ones. Talon Terra, like a pterodactyl.
That sounds cool. I'm down for dinosaur Beyblades. That sounds pretty dope.
Okay. This one is the spiritual successor to Katana Muramasa, the best exclusive that came out of Hasbro's Quad Drive era, Steel Samurai.
That sounds sick.
Or
that
Samurai
sounds dope.
Steel, which would be how it should say, which makes sense and works with the namesake of TT still, actually.
Yeah, that one sounds pretty good. I like that.
I feel like someone watches the videos because me and Keo always talk about, and I talk about what was in the videos. That's like the best exclusive they did. So I think this is like, okay, this just feels like we got to do it, but without the same name. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Samurai, hell yeah. Okay, we got some 2-pack stuff. Chain Incendio, Arrow Wizard, Tail Viper. I hate Tail Viper. I hate, by the way, Tail Viper. Didn't sound right.
Yeah. The flip stuff. I'm gonna have such a hard time getting used to. I know I'm gonna get frustrated talking about it in videos.
Such a weird one. Knife Shinobi.
Knife Shinobi. So that's like Shinobi's like ninja, right?
But yeah, but knife.
It's like a thief class. Thief class, because they have like daggers.
Okay, that's what I don't know. Knife sounds like it sounds weak.
They should have done like Shuriken Shinobi.
Yeah, that's okay. That sounds like it makes more sense. Well, we got some more. Okay. First of all, the regular one, Gale Wyvern.
I don't hate the flip on that one as much. I don't hate that one as much. Gale Wyvern.
The localization for Unicorn Sting. I hate this so much. It's ass. It's Sting Uni.
Why? Why not?
The character is called Uni. Uninamba, whatever, this whole thing because it's a unicorn thing. My name is Uninamba, and I have uni. Oh my god, guys, it's uni.
I'm sure they're going to make some kind of weird pun with that.
They're going to do a double exclusive line where they're going to make some comment on it. I already know it. Okay,
Probably.
But Bite Croc.
Bite Croc. So...
Crocodile.
Yeah. That sounds like it could be pretty cool. Like Trigator.
Okay, then after...
I'm okay with that.
Yell Kong.
Yell Kong?
Yeah.
Like a gorilla, like King Kong?
I guess that's what... I don't know, maybe they don't have the rights to Godzilla yet either. That's what I assume what they're doing.
Okay. All right.
Okay, this one's a crazy one. Gunman. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Want to make sure you're still with us. He's different from the regular man. He has a gun. Oh no, Nerf Man would have made more sense to say. Okay, but what do you think of the general exclusive stuff? I think it's really awesome to see that we are getting exclusive content, and that also means like the Marvel stuff. I don't really give a shit anymore. The Star Wars, I was only worried if that was the only thing they were going to rely on, but seeing that the entire launch is literally like pretty stacked. You get like at least over 4 or 5 technically new releases that we're going to be getting at launch, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. One, because like it gives more content for one. So like when all the Hasbro stuff comes out, it won't just be like revisiting the same releases. Just from a content perspective, that's going to be super cool. Also, it'll be like some of that stuff could end up being like viable for like comp, which is dope. So that's cool. As long as it's, it's comparable, as long as, nothing's messed up or whatever in terms of like the releases, like that could be super cool because it'll be new stuff. I'm hyped for that. That's cool. I hope they're good. I hope they're interesting.
Yeah. I think the biggest benefit they're going to have is kind of what I was saying in Burst. It's like when you have exclusives, and if the system, let's assume same system, whatever, you essentially have it where technically it's almost like, unless the materials are shit in Pro Series, but technically better than the Japanese side, at least because, or Japan in general, Asia, because we get releases that they don't.
Right.
And I think that's really, really cool. Okay, so we'll cover some of the other stuff, which is 2 people have claimed to have seen Hasbro Insider stuff. I'll say the names, whatever. If it ends up being true, it's true. If it's bullshit, then or that's the discussion. So, Barramundi from the WBO, and if I butchered this name, I do apologize. They said there was a closed door event. So, like, they have, like, that insider stuff to show, like, to, like, I guess, retailers or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess they had that, and 2 people are claiming this. So, and since around the same time, I assume so. They had a photo, whatever. They said touch play exactly the same. So, same system, obviously, would be expected. Stadium's identical. They said that they had the black ones from the second stadium set. The poster of the Hasbro naming scheme. Dagger Drawn 460R Helm Knight. Yeah, these events are behind closed doors. They said they're exactly identical to X. They think there's no Hasbro foolery. I did ask them, and they did say they will check with a durometer and whatever and a weight scale to see how different are they actually. I think they said one stadium has yellow accents, whatever. The stadiums is interesting because both guys have claimed the stadiums are the exact same as Takara Tomy, but the only thing I don't get is because there's official box measurements on a listing, and this is not Amazon. If this is Amazon, I'd be like, maybe Amazon mistake. This is like from official from the site, whatever, where we get all our info. And the thing is, the X Stadium, it doesn't, the measurements can't be the same because it can't fit in a box like that. So maybe slightly modified. Okay, and actually, this will be a challenge for some... Sorry, that was a little bit too louder. I was doing Sphinx testings and I forgot. Okay, this is going to be a test for someone. If someone can get a stadium set, it's maybe the Thunder Edge, that box, or if they have the Turbo Slingshot box, which would be preferred, I want you to fold this, like, get this where it's stacked normally, and see if it can fit in a box like that, and let me know, because I'm pretty sure it shouldn't, but if it can, then I guess never mind. If this, and either way, since everyone's saying the stadiums should be exactly the same, whatever, if the stadiums are the same, let's say in the sets, and I'm sorry, I'm throwing a lot at you right now. Actually, that being said, let me just get through the rest of it, and then after you can get your thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay. So now a different guy, so different, says, obviously, and keep in mind that whenever people are fed this information, it's like secondhand. So when they're reporting on it, it's like a guy of a guy, right? So what was true that they said everything up to Unicorn Sting immediately. This is true because even in the listings, it's been everything up until that point. So that part's true. They said Cobalt Drake will be in the stadium set. I think it would be stadium set with drawn dagger, dagger drawn, which anyways would make sense if they were to do it because that's how you would sell it. Separate stadiums will be smaller, obvious. Hasbro exclusive will have original blades and some reskins. Yep. Hasbro material. Oh, well, this one they were just misspeaking on because I was talking to them about it. They said Hasbro material could be better than TT. I said that's literally impossible. But I think what they meant was Hasbro could be picking the updated molds at launch. Like, you know, the ratchet thing to hold.
Yeah, yeah.
Which makes more sense. Because otherwise that point makes no sense at all. So what do you think about, let's kind of dissect this. What do you think about the stadiums? Let's say you still get the dog shit bucket stadium, which we haven't seen. Well, whatever, you get that. But you get the regular one in the stadium set. Or as close as possible. Let's just say it's as close as feasibly possible because everyone's saying it's supposed to be TT. We'll find out if it actually is, obviously, when this gets eventually confirmed with pictures, but let's just go with what's said as if it was fact.
Yeah, that's super hyped. I mean, that's kind of what I figured that if we were going to get it, it would be in a stadium set. That's how they would package it. Same with Cobalt. I was like, if they're going to give us Cobalt, they're probably going to stuff it in a stadium set. So, yeah, if that's true, I'm hyped for that. One, because it'll be the first time, I think, ever that we've gotten the same stadium, like dating all the way to Plastic Gen. We've never gotten a Japanese stadium. We've gotten like the Pro Stadium, which is like inching the right direction, but it like was fundamentally so different. And we like the Zero G or the Shogun Steel Stadium was kind of similar as well, but
kind of
sort of. Well, it was same concept, but like 1X. It was weird. Anyway, that would be super hype because that would be the first, like I said, the first time ever we've gotten the same stadium, which is great. That would be super hype. I mean, everything that I'm hearing right now like sounds so good. The pricing sounds great. It's like that's like Plastic Gen. Plastic Gen Metal Fight prices. Like that's insane. I was not expecting prices to go backwards that much. So that's great.
Let's actually cover the price part. I think the reason why they're doing that is if you look at the fact that they are bleeding, they can't do this bullshit, which, by the way, if the prices are like this, go ask yourself, why was Pro Series over $20? You know, actually in Canada, it was like way bullshit. Oh my God, it was almost like 40 in some places. And in Australia, even worse. But Pro Series was a scam. You were overcharged by Hasbro. That price.
I would almost bet money some people got fired. Somebody said, look at all these kids who are importing this stuff for $20+ a piece. We can charge the same thing and just shove it in a pro box and they'll buy it. I guarantee you, it was
like desperation. Like, oh, they're desperate. They want the original. Let's do that.
Yeah. So everything I'm hearing is like a step in the right direction. The exclusive stuff, is that at launch too?
Well, we'll get to that. In terms of the pricing stuff, whatever, I think, Canada will probably still, I mean, for the sets, we'll see, whatever. But I think in general, not too much really changes. Like, if you're already buying Japanese Beyblade X, you're going to still be buying it. Like, there's no difference. It's only for the people who are waiting for Hasbro, right? And that's something I thought it's just more general accessibility, right? Like, it doesn't matter if it's this. Like, I'm not worried. Like, I sell the bays. I don't care. I'm still gonna buy Japanese bays to sell.
I think
they're the exact same.
Yeah, I mean, to keep up with the current releases, like, I think most of us are probably going to be buying the Japanese stuff. But if we're getting exclusive stuff, that's a reason to go hunt. That's a reason to go hunt the stuff down. Also, if you need like replacements, it's way easier to go to Target and buy it for $8 than it is to import it. And then stuff like Cobalt, obviously, like even if it's locked behind a stadium set, it's still going to be cheaper. Yeah, way cheaper. So, yeah, it's great.
No battle pass. Thumbs up. I'm going to be honest. Listen, at first when we saw the listings and we saw global, I thought, oh, is it going to be the exact same? Because they said global. Okay, now it's been a lot of months that have passed and like over a year basically. And I'm very happy the Battle Pass is not being adapted, and I'm going to say why. They can just release the stuff normally.
Yeah, no, I agree with you at this point. Like, because like I've tried so hard to get Cobalt and it just hasn't happened. So I really don't care. I already have the Battle Pass for like an aesthetic thing. If I want it on my launcher, I can put it on there. But functionally, it's just a frustrating device, I feel like, at this point, for me.
I customize mine. Like, it's nice for grip and whatever, but that thing not need to be localized. So, in terms of the stadium-wise, I still want to see how they're going to do the bucket one. And I don't know, like, I understand why they can't adapt it like how Japan has it, where Japan is the exact same set. The exact same stadium from the set in a regular stadium. I don't like that you have to be like a crappier version of that thing when you could just have that being sold separately. It's the one thing I don't like. And I understand that you can't exactly stack these type of stadiums. They're really big. It's just, it's frustrating. Because I know not everyone can afford these things. I understand. I just hope the alternative is good.
Yeah, hopefully the stadium sets aren't like obscenely priced. I mean, as low as the other stuff seems to be, hopefully the stadium sets will be pretty reasonable as well. That way people can access them,
Yeah. So the other thing, you're kind of touching on this, I think if there's ever going to be any rare bay in the future, I think they'll probably throw it in a stadium set. So, like, if there's a new one in May, I think, I don't care. If they do that, that's fine by me. And honestly, if it ends up being true that Drake is in that extreme set, we'll see. That'll be faster than whenever TT released it. I do think, however, what's the one name we haven't gotten yet? Night Lance.
Oh, yeah.
Where is it? I think... I don't know. Like, I think the stadium set's Drawn Dagger Night Lance.
I mean, it could be. Or they could, you know what?
Realistic? They could... Knights, there's nothing. There's Helm Knight, That's the only other one that we know, and we know it's going to be in a starter too. So I'm just thinking, it's got to be the stadiums that, as much as we would want Drake there, which sounds like, oh my god, Drake. I think it's Lance Knight, Dagger Drawn. Because anyways, aren't those stadium sets for Hasbro? It's like one type and another type. I'm going to verify this.
Yeah. I mean, it could be, but like, do we think that like Lance would sell stadium sets? Like, I feel Cobalt is a reason to buy the set.
I would love it. I just think, unless, I don't know, even in the other singles, and that's, well, actually, no, I don't know.
I mean, and Lance is pretty early too, so the fact that we don't have, surely it's got to be at launch in something.
Yeah, Lance has got to be somewhere. I don't know where Lance is. That's what I'm assuming. If it's Drake, it's Drake. Listen, I'm not complaining if it's Drake. I'm just trying to make logic if it's where's Lance.
Yeah, fingers are crossed for Drake.
Yeah, but if it is...
I want it to be Drake.
So, obviously we knew the bays were going to be the same. They're not going to pull the same, but I was told this from my source like so long ago that the bays won't be like Ultimate Valtryek, you know, like how butchered it was, Ultimate Valkyrie.
Yeah.
So, if we get to this reality where same system, same stadium, and exclusives, the launch does sound very promising. However, I do want to say this. Let's have all of our expectations low. If they do good, then they get the praise. I'm just saying this because I don't want it to be that they do some bullshit, and then after we feel it.
No, let me hype myself up for Cobalt Drake. That way I can create like an hour-long rant when everything's screwed
Cobalt
up.
Drake with no paint.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
I'd be called Drake Cobalt. No, actually, Cobalt might have to get renamed.
Yeah. Who knows? It'll probably be something lame.
Cobalt Blue. No, sorry. Drake Blue.
Drake Blue. Yeah. Blue Drake. Blue Dragon.
In terms of anything else that they said, I'm just going to try to go by anything else. I mean, in terms of how they kind of formatted a lot of this stuff, I assume probably a lot of the recolors will just be based off of set stuff. So like Chain Incendio, and then after Wizard Arrow, just the orange Wizard Arrow, you know. Yeah. I'm not expecting anything like. The real thing I'm wondering though, if you're gonna have Hasbro exclusives, do you think, because Blades are now guaranteed, do you think they'll do Ratchets and Bits exclusives?
Probably. I think Bits are probably the easiest thing for them to make, because it's like functionally like it's the simplest part for them to like make new molds of or whatever. The Ratchets may be a little more complicated. I mean, the inner portion of the Ratchet is like pretty much the same for all of them. So really it's just the outer portion. So really they could do that too. So, I mean, they could, hopefully they do. I would like to see new parts.
I think they have a lot of potential here in terms of what they can do. And I think the reason why everything sounds promising behind the scenes, price whatever, is probably because they are relying on Beyblade to save them and make their money back, which it probably will.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it probably will too. It's definitely probably going to be their strongest property, I would say. I can't think of any other properties that they have that are like flying off the shelves in the way that like Beyblade typically does.
Yeah, the thing also, so they're going to do that, and they're going to launch with Iron Man, Thanos, Spider-Man, whatever, Venom, Luke. It's going to be crazy, man.
They've
in Canada.
They've got a ton of stuff slated. So we're getting it early in America.
technically,
or earlier than you guys. But you can get it from you could probably just order it from Amazon, right?
well, that depends. Because don't forget that sometimes you guys just get it really fast, faster than online.
That's true. Sometimes I remember when Burst launched and before launch,
we got it early.
Yeah, I remember going to Walmart and it was just there. Yeah, it was crazy. How do you feel about store exclusives? Are you hoping we get those like Toys R Us or Target or Walmart exclusives?
Have we ever gotten that? We've gotten those, I think, with video games. In Metal Masters, I remember there was a pre-order exclusive. I'm
pretty sure there have been dual packs and stuff.
Yes. There has been in Japan. There has been store exclusives, and in here there has been yes. There has been Hypersphere. Remember there or there are these bullshit sets that are I think there was one. There's what was it? It was Wizard Lunar. There was color scheme Walmart. Well, I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of fun. It's kind of a fun reason to go hunt at different stores or whatever. I mean, as a collector, I kind of like it.
I think it's fine. Listen, if the bees are the exact same, I don't give a shit what they do.
Fair enough.
You can do whatever. If it's the same bee, I'll take it. That's gonna be. I don't know if there's too much else that we can actually talk about until we actually get anything. Is there any predictions that you have or anything you really want to see them do? Now that we got more info?
My biggest thing is Cobalt. I want Cobalt Drake at launch. I don't care what set it's in. I don't care how I just give it to me. And I want cool recolors. I don't want lame recolors, and I don't want every Wizard Arrow recolor that we've gotten in Japan just repackaged for Hasbro. I want new colors. That's the biggest thing. If I'm gonna go buy new stuff, I would really like to be buying new products.
So something else I'm noticing is there's no Sphinx. So I think Sphinx is probably going to be probably next year. And when I say next year, you got to keep in mind, they got to get through all of this shit through most of this year. I don't think they're going to touch UX in this. Well, actually, they might. If it does this summer, you could do UX by December.
So 6 episodes are every week, right?
Yeah.
So
let's say the anime starts in July.
Yeah. So Sphinx would be the end of the year at the earliest. Because they have to get through 20 whatever episodes.
Yeah, probably. Which I think it is fine. I think more interesting actually is that there's no crossover, any Bay information on that, no drawings or no nothing. So I'm kind of curious. Do they do those?
I hope they do.
Next year?
Well, yeah, true. Because the anniversary is different for us than it is for Japan. So it would make sense for it to be delayed for our anniversary in the West.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to think, because I thought, where else would they go? I do hope that they do the box references, but the references... Do you think if Hasbro adapts these remake stuff, do you think they'll do a box reference as the Takara Tomy one, or they'll reference the original boxes? I would think reference their original.
Yeah, I would think they would do the OG Hasbro boxes, because I
would love that.
Yeah, so would I. I really hope the packaging, they do something interesting with the packaging. Because with Burst packaging, it was lame. The Pro Series packaging, as far as it's shelf
it's the mock Japanese.
Yeah, I mean,
how they did it.
but like the standard burst packaging, especially the early burst packaging, is super lame.
I want to be honest. I just assumed you could just get the Japanese box and just put the Hasbro logo.
Yeah, I mean they could for sure. I kind of want them to change it up though, but that's just like it's just nitpicky. That's just like I want something. I want something to differentiate the two. Like especially if because I've got a couple that like I haven't opened for like display or whatever, like a Drawn Sword and a Hellscythe. It'd be cool if Hasbro had something different, but you know, it's whatever.
I really want to see them do like the nostalgia bait on those remake boxes, but
yeah, it'd be so nice.
I don't think we got any other info. I think, what are we on? February 29? 2 more weeks? Actually, that's going to be weird, isn't it? Because the 14th is a Thursday. I don't know that day's going to work. Because that's the Coral. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to really have something to talk about right then and there then.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Alrighty, well, we just need a topic for next week then. So then, ladies and gentlemen, or whatever you like to be addressed as, give us a topic for next week. And you know, it was a little bit short this week because we had the other one that was like almost 3 hours. I think that's okay. So Nizuma, you know, end this off.
Yeah. Yeah. Come. Feel. Jesus, I can't speak. Feel free to come check out my channel. I cover.
On you now, huh?
Yeah.
Speak.
Feel free to come check out my channel. I cover Beyblade content from Plastic Gen all the way up to X. Post pretty regularly. Also, go comment on Zanky's Gold Leon Claw video that he just did. If he gets 100 comments, he's going to battle it against everything he's got. So that's my goal for the week. I've already commented 10 times. So you guys just have to do it like 90 times.
Plug the Max.
Yeah, I got a Max. Hey, Max. Hold on.
I love this.
The stream's short. I can grab it. Don't go anywhere.
Last time on Beyblade,
this is Max.
faced his biggest
He's got
test.
his own t-shirt. If you guys want to support the channel, I'll have it linked down below. He's in the end screen of all of my videos, and he's good at Bakugan for some reason.
Whoa. He's hyping up mid.
Oh, I've done some videos, and he'll like jump in, and for whatever reason, he always ends up on the gate.
I'm kidding. I don't want to beef with any of the Baku people. I don't know what they call themselves. The Baku gang.
Brawlers. Baku Brawlers. I don't know. This series is about
violent.
to get canceled. It's getting canceled. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it's getting canceled.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I don't think it's going to season 2.
And I'm not a hater, guys. I'm not a hater. I love Bakugan. Alrighty, well, shout out to all the Bakugan people. Hope you roll into another new season. And that's where we're going to be ending off. Alrighty, see you all next week.
Have a good one.